on in a second, guys. Trying to get my microphone hooked up here, boys. Can you hear me from the microphone? We've waited too long to get the feed to drop. We're pretty much up shit creek now. Gosh dang. Does it sound like it's from my microphone now? Loud and clear, okay. Good morning. Ruth. Let's see if I can do this without getting smashed. Hang on, Ruth, I'll feed you over here. Hang on, girl. Roro, what are you doing, girl? Rondalyn. What you doing, baby? Get back over here, make sure y'all can hear me. I know I gave her that name. Her name's Rhonda. I call her Rondalyn. I think her middle name is Lynn, maybe. I don't really know. I do have a tendency to call everything by names that are not the same name. Could y'all hear me while I was over there? Nikki! You don't have to do that, Nikki. Good morning, Moo Babies. My #1 fan right there. So excited. Okay, give me just a second. I gotta go over here and use nature's bathroom. I'm gonna leave my microphone over here this time so y'all don't have to listen to that. And I'll be right back. Yeah, this fence is all coming out here in the next, maybe the next few days. This is where I cut it to doze this pad out. And then I put that panel there just to keep Rhonda from cutting her ears. But this is where the corral is going to start. So I didn't want to do too much. There's another fence behind this fence too. Keeps Rufus. He's got about 3 lines he's got to go through. But yeah, don't judge me on this piece right here. Y'all feuding? Okay, I'm back. We're back. Whoa. Nancy, please get Rufus some oatmeal pies. I brought them today, Nancy. I remembered. I brought them, and I brought some kind of, Nancy, I'm so sorry that I somehow deleted your comment yesterday, and I thought I blocked you, and I panicked. Did I get a new what? Waterfall? How do you get me a Pepsi out? I need some. I don't drink coffee. I want to drink coffee so bad, and they're not even hungry. Redford, Rosie, and Ralph. So I got my hay delivery yesterday. I don't know if I told you guys that or not. So I buy some hay that's like, I buy whatever the best quality of everything is what these guys get. Like, they get the best of the hay, they get the best of everything they can get. They don't eat grain every day, I can assure you. But they get everything. But anyways, Redford and them, they left their trough a quarter of the way. They left a quarter of their sweet feed in their trough. Because the grass, I fertilized all this grass this time. I was able to fertilize everything real well. I'm letting this get up here just a little bit more established, and I'm gonna fertilize this top. But little by little, you see that green tent back there. Morning, Brent, lazy bastard, damn right. Hey, y'all, it worked. Y'all emailed, there was 7 of us that emailed all together. And she approved for me to make 50. So I'm trying to figure out what we wanted to say right now. It figures. Was that Joanne or John? Starting late's the name of the game if you're a lazy bastard. Yes, I love this so much, and Amanda is like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Brent? And I'm like, I don't know, but I would like the shirt myself personally. And she's like, oh yeah, let me call a shirt designer that we use every day and have them write lazy bastard on. I said, okay. And she's like, that was sarcastic. Anyways, we got 50 of them coming. So if you want one, and if you're able to email me your size, so I'll be sure. Because if you're a little lazy bastard or a big lazy bastard, there's only gonna be 50 of these shirts, unless we get more people that want one. I guess we're doing I guess we were doing a pre-order, which we said the big boss doesn't like. But anyways, there's at least 7. The more I buy, the cheaper they get. I told them, the lady at the shop, she said that if you buy more, they get cheaper. I said, well, the fuck, just make them till they're free. Load them till they're free, boys. They were like, what? They didn't get the joke. That's the oldest joke in the book. XL, okay, XLL. You guys are talking to somebody that's about as scatterbrained as a squirrel right now, but I thought somebody said you could direct message on YouTube, but you can't, can you? I actually went on live with Redford First on Facebook to let the people that didn't know that we were on live over here, to come to the YouTube side. And I'd been doing Redford First. Nope. What did I ask? I'm getting a note before. Oh, you can't. You can't DM. I guess. Oh, the big boss said she's put my email on my profile page. So that'll be the email. I just saw an email a minute ago pop up, said, so you ain't gonna answer my email, from somebody. So I don't know who that was, but I may start answering emails, guys, personally. No, you can't. Personal message on YouTube. Okay. Should buy a buffalo. Man, buffalo are rough, dude. They're rough. See, look, they're not even wanting to eat. That's what I was getting at, is that Rhonda, go around. Ruby's got that Roxanne blood in her. Now see, there's a whole pile of feed right here for Ruth. And a pink bucket. But each one of them thinks the other one's getting something better. That's how cows work. They all think that the other one's eating in a better spot or better feed. And they all start jumping around. Yes, me too. There was a lot of people join the email. I think we had like 600 people get on the email deal, and I'm waiting for the new Roro shirt. I think comes out Friday or this week. I know all I see is the emails come across the top of my screen, and I saw it come from the people, and they're like, we're putting a rush on it. They think they can get it out this week. I don't know. Chickens do that too. Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. But and it's because they're not hungry. If they were hungry, they'd stay in one place and eat. It's the thought of it. It's kind of like when you go get you a big plate, but you're not hungry. Good morning. We definitely thank you so much for that. Yeah, the most gorgeous cattle. We definitely have a very broad variety of colored. You know what I mean? I see Roxanne. You're starting to see her bag stick down, where she's even standing crooked right there with her leg in front. No way, you watched them all last night? That's a lot of watching. I bet, I couldn't tell if that was a girl or a boy. I think that was a girl. I bet your boyfriend or husband was like, the fuck are you doing over there, bro? I missed something. Judy, 4901, thank you. #1 fan. Look, Roxanne's gonna go over here and chase her off to eat the same feed. She's gonna come back over here. The only one that doesn't move, if you notice everybody that's moved places, well, actually 2 people, is Rufus. And Rufus, them 2 are more alike in personality wise. I think she stands in the pond right beside Rufus all summer. They love the pond. They stay in the pond. It won't be long. I see Roxanne is starting to get, you'll see everything is, you remember how everything was real smooth and flush? Now we got protrusion, we're getting springy. It's kind of like dilation, pretty much same thing. And then what we're gonna look for is right here on her back. You're gonna see a big old dip right there the day that she gets ready to have the baby. Everything right there softens up and makes like a big dip. Yeah, Ruth is just going round and round and round and round. I don't know why, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Ruth is gonna have horns, and they fuck with her while she's little, and when she has horns, that shit's gonna come full circle. See, now look, Roxanne left a whole pile of feed to go run Rhonda off. None of them are really hungry. The only one that actually needs feed here, that actually needs grain, would be Rhonda, because she's nursing a baby. But that feed right there, let me show you. If I could find it. Right here, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but right here it says well, shit the bed. It says 12% right there. Okay, so that's the nutrition. Now the hay I buy is from 18 to 22%. So the hay they're eating is almost a third better for them than this feed. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah, even when I feed them separately, they'll still, I thought Roxanne was gonna stay on the other side. She's usually always eats on the same side as Rufus. So if I feed Ruth on the opposite side that she's on, feed the white when cows are mean. Well, they're just cows. I don't know if you're just joining her or not, but I just poured her about 10 pounds right there. She got options. She's eating also on the other end of the trough the whole time. So when you can't see her, she's right there eating. I emailed to get an extra large lazy bastard shirt. I'm hunting morels in Benton County. This year sucks. Man, thank you for that. Okay, here's what I found. The morels this year, it's totally screwed up. Like, I found grays, I found golds, and I found the, what's one between, my brain's slipping. But anyways, I found all of them at different stages. I found golds burn up with grays coming up next to them. I found 6 golds yesterday that just came up. I found the little grays also yesterday that were mature. I don't know what's going on. All I'm gonna tell you is just keep looking, but our normal spots had really big ones this year, like really big ones. Yeah, see Ruth, I give her about 10 options, so she just goes round and round. I can't right now, but hopefully, if you want to email the big boss, if you're in Australia, and you guys want to work out a shipping deal, I think she would probably do it. Just go to rufusthebull.com and just send an email to her. And when she has a slower week, which will probably be next week, she'll go through those and see if she can send them to you if you guys work out shipping. We just can't. Where was that? Austria? Yeah, that's right. Just email her and she'll, she's pretty nice actually. I made her look kind of mean on here, but she's nice. She's not making me say that. I thought the wind wasn't gonna blow today. Is y'all getting a lot of wind noise in this microphone, or is it better? I'm watching from good old Georgia. It's good, good. This one has a little sponge on it. You emailed, never get a reply. What did you email about? If you're just being a dickhead emailing, then you're not going to get a response. But if you email from out of the country, listen to Roxanne sniff. I didn't mean that directed towards you being a dickhead. I know that may have sounded like that, but I'm just saying, like, if you just want a response, you're just emailing to be rude, or if you're emailing from a different country, it's different. But there's lots of emails that are rude. But if you are the one emailing just to bitch about something, don't. I'll just say that. Maybe I'll have her forward all the people bitching to me. And we'll do a bitching email. That's what we'll do. We'll do email bitching, and I'll read you guys the emails from everybody that's bitching. We should do that because y'all wouldn't fucking believe some of these emails. Some of these emails are pages long. That actually would be funny. I could get Tiffany to read them. Yes, I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys if you're on blood pressure medication or whatever you take your Xanax or Klonopin, your blood pressure meds before I start reading. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all gonna get mad. Your blood pressure's gonna creep up. Is Ruby pregnant? Yes, she is. Take whatever you gotta take. Smoke a bowl or whatever you do. When do you have to take Roro to get a newborn exam and shots and everything? They don't really need all that stuff. Now, I was really hoping to get this barn done before it got hot. Everybody here's had tetanus is the most important thing except for Roro and Ruth. But I need to take, that's a good question. I've got so many now that I really have to get a place here to catch them where the vet's not gonna like freak out when he gets here. What do people bitch about? Man, I'm everything. Literally everything. You can tell in Rufus's eyes, like he's just not happy. He's just not understood, and you know, like I feel like you torment him a little bit. Motherfucker chases me around. You see me chasing him around? Does anybody see me chasing him around? Have I ever chased him? Have I ever tried to attack you, Rufus? Have I ever tried to kill you? No. Rufus, have I ever attacked you? You've been prepared for 5 years. And guess whose birthday's coming up? We're gonna have a party for him. Guess who? Big fathead lazy bastard himself. Oh, let me get those cookies out. Is that lady still in here? What? No, I don't let anything bother me. It's Amanda that stuff bothers. Like, nothing really bothers me. Actually, the only thing that bothers me is if anybody, what bothers me, here, I'll just tell you so that you can, the people can get me with this stuff. What bothers me is if people assume somehow in some way that I don't take good care of my animals. That's probably the number one thing. If you even so much as slightly suggest it's super insulting, and it's such hard work. I can't even explain to you. People are like, take him to the vet. How would you get this big motherfucker in a trailer? Think about that. Like, there's not enough respect for getting him in a trailer, getting him loaded, getting him to town. It's literally a nightmare. Even just giving anybody shots, it's a nightmare. Like, it's truly a nightmare. And like, I spend so much time with them trying to make sure everybody's perfect from head to toe. And you know, there's a couple of flies on them, but you cannot keep flies off a bull. They are excreting hormones everywhere. You see flies on her? Nope. You see flies on her? Nope. He's got flies on him because he literally, I think, creates flies. Now, I can get all those flies off of him. I can douse them in chemicals every day, keep the flies off of him. If you don't see any tears stringing out of his eye, in the corner of his eyes, if you don't see any water, they're not bothering him. If you don't see his tail going 100 miles an hour, they're not bothering him. There's a lot of signs versus just dumping chemicals on him, you know what I mean? I'm all about chemicals, but I do know this, the more shit you put on him, the less it works at the end of the summer. And that's when they really need it, is at the end of the summer when the weeds get big and tall. Yeah, his lip got good, both his ankles are good. I was more concerned with his ankles. What the hell just happened? Roxanne, they're all moody. Look at his gut. You know what I mean? Like, Roxanne is overfed, and I'm really concerned about her having this calf. Oh, you sons of bitches. Look at you. 800 of you, 578 likes. Everybody forgot the like button again today, but it's just a reminder thing. We'll go through it. All right, let me see if I got some of these cakes in here. Rufus, here. Hang on. I wonder if they like dog treats. Can they have dog treats? I wouldn't think so. Probably not. Wait, I brought some chocolate muffins. Where the hell did the muffins go? This is not all I brought. Oh, here they are. I gotta eat these because they're gonna go bad. I wonder when this stuff expires. Damn, this stuff looks good. Y'all sent some good stuff. Somebody sent this to Roof. I don't want to get in trouble for some kind of ads. And somebody sent these to him. Oh, I know who sent these to Alabama. This is from, you know, remember me telling you guys about the older lady in Alabama that chewed my ass about telling her? She doesn't have to send that stuff to me. He said, you listen to me here, boy. Boy. I thought these would be good. I've looked up their diets and they can pretty much eat anything. I didn't see anything that was bad for them. Let's check Roxanne first. Like we have a choice. Chocolate, little muffin. Can y'all see? I'm afraid Rufus is gonna knock this fence down because there ain't much holding it up. These do look good, don't they? Here you go, Rove. I don't want that phone to fall over. If you guys think you're falling over, start yelling, okay? I'd take the case off of it so my microphone would work. These things look good too. These are like peanut. These are like peanut butter. Ruth likes treats. Hang on, Roxanne. Let's give Ruth one. There you go. Yeah, Roxanne. I feel like Rufus, his mouth is so big, he needs two. Be nice. Roof. Trying to make sure y'all can see what the hell is going on. Rufus, here. These are different. These are. Hang on, Roxanne. What do you think? That wasn't bad. Rufus actually, one of his favorite things is chocolate. Who's grabbing? It's my place. I don't want it to look like a dump. Let's give Ruby one. Ruby Sue. These little muffins, man, those things look. Do I have an Amazon wish list? I tried to make one, and I just put my P.O. box. It's P.O. Box 14, Prairie Grove, Arkansas 72753, because I don't really know why. Oh, I do know why. It was, I kept fucking it up and it was sending stuff to my house, and I got a crazy dog. Yeah, it turned into like a giant pain in the ass. Not to receive the stuff, but to keep them from trying to deliver to my house was a nightmare. So I just put my P.O. box on there. Also, the cheapest route, if y'all want to send something, I know the treats are fun. Also, if you guys are a Redford fan, he likes the apple horse treats. God, God, Rufus is like looking giant right there. Brent, please put P.O. Box address in. Okay, I will. I'll put it in there, and I'll put the, what was I gonna put in there? Oh, the email. Roxanne, you're the only one that doesn't need a bunch of these, baby. I'm sorry, but I want you to be able to have your baby and not get hung up. Rufus, here. Don't let the phone fall. Did y'all yell? I'm surprised he's not up. Well, what it is Rhonda is ready to rock and roll and make a new baby. See him? So he is hung up on Rhonda right now. You know what I mean? He's sniffing around. So he's like a guy that's about to get some. We can't think anything else besides one thing. Roof, here. He usually will come if he sees it. Here. Here. Roxanne's gonna get it. Even though there's not another bull around, he still will stand guard. There you go. There you go. His lip does look a lot better. I'm saving 2 packages for my baby girl, Rhonda. Y'all see that lip? That's why he slobbers, son. We don't really talk about it though. The lip thing really bummed me out. I'm just glad he didn't break his jaw. You see the hairdo? Look familiar? Ruby, we'll give you one. Let me see if I can sneak you one. These things are peanut butter candy cakes. It doesn't say nothing about chocolate. Ruby Sue, Roxanne, God bless you. There we go. All right, everybody gets one. There's your one. Ow! Oh my God, I wish y'all, if cow slobber is like, what's the stuff called? KY. It's like KY jelly times 50, from what I understand. They still make that stuff? Why, when you're younger, do you do that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, that's a time you don't need anything like that. You could drive a grease needle in there with a sledgehammer. Ruth, you want one? Oh my gosh, Rhonda just let the air out when she laid down. Here. Ruth, who did we miss? We gave everybody one. All right, I'm saving this one and 2 of these other ones for Rhonda. Rhonda! I have to get in there with Rhonda. Rhonda's too ladylike to fight the mob and get her precious head up by that fence, which I'm glad she doesn't because it cuts her ears. Okay, there's 2 of those, 2 of those. I pretty much have to put them in my pocket, sneak them in there after I open them. If these cows hear anything in that rattle like plastic, well, I got a dent in my new truck already. I don't even know how I got it. It pisses me off. You know, Ruby, don't lick the barbed wire fence, man. It's not that big, but like, look, I don't even know this happened. Can y'all see it right there? It's right there. Like, what the fuck? If that was my wife holding some bullshit, trying to get in here, and like her fucking morning, what are them drinks called? Them big skinny cans of shit. It was probably me. I guarantee you it was me. But nobody can prove it. Ruby, you got some growing to get done before you get as big as your dad. Yeah, I know it. I'm over it. It's just right at the door handle where you got to look at it every day, you know? No, it showed up yesterday. I got the, I use that car wash, what's it called? Where you have a membership. It does suck. Like, could it be on the other side where I don't see it every day? That would be handy. I know. It's like every time I walk up to it, it's just shining there. I got a buddy that does that hail dent repair. I bet he could fix it. Oh, well, I'll take it back. I had the, I don't know if y'all can see, there's one right there. I had the diesel tank slide up against a cab full of diesel. So, you know, what, dude? Roxanne, look at that. She's got a calf nurse in her, and she's thick. She should have lost some weight by now, but they just got so much to eat. The truck, it's a 6.6 gas. I quit the diesels a few years ago. Too much money. Too much money, not worth it to me. The 6.6 gas runs great, pulls great, does everything I want to do. Yeah, I've always owned Chevys my whole life. Not that I can't say anything bad about any other brand really, other than I just have stuck with Chevys. Everybody looks good. Look at Roxanne, she's just glistening, shiny. She has one little patch of her winter coat back there. Poor old Ruby Sue. Should probably brush her if she'd let me. I doubt she'd let me, but can y'all see that red stripe down her back? That's where she's rubbed her winter coat off already. So she'll actually turn red. This is all sun bleached. All this. She'll turn red. A lot redder, look like her dad. Look at that hair coming out there. She might let me brush her. But that strip down her back is super dark. The old Rufus like sneaking around behind everybody. See what's going on back here. Oh God. What's up, dude? I'm not gonna come over there and try to breed any of the cows. Trust me. Crooked horn bastard. No matter what I do, man, that's what he does. And that's your view usually. Rufus, we'd like to see everybody. We're all gonna come down here and get them a drink out of this spring. Yeah, it depends on what angle he's at. when you're standing here by him, he always looks the same size. The cameras, you know, and screen makes him look so much different angles. Occasionally, oh look, Ruby's gonna pee in the spring at the highest point so that everybody else can enjoy that. Did I miss somebody send something? I don't remember it saying that. This spot right here, this was all woods. I left these big elms. They are beautiful trees. And I wanted to name this Elm Street, but Amanda said it was Rufus Road. This is Rufus Road because it's going to get to the Rufus barn. I think I'm going to name the barn the doghouse. Do you think that's pretty common? I feel like that may be pretty common. Lazy bastard. So we can name it. We're gonna take off with this lazy bastard deal. I'm gonna keep this going. I want a shirt that says "Don't fart near Big Boss." Man, I ate a bunch of boiled eggs for Easter. We'll just leave it at that. Where is their bale of hay at? I wedged it between some trees. We'll get in there in a second. I like watching them all come down here. They all come down here and get them a drink. Well, the reason I named it Elm Street is all my giant elm trees. There was you know, the elms. Those are all elm trees. And then here's my road. Yellow. Yes. I'm on live here on the YouTube. What's the matter? What? Oh no. Okay. We'll go pick her up and then y'all want to come out here? Okay. Okay, I love you, bud. I think I'm gonna go. They're all going to drink something. There's a feed sack right there too. I need to get that. Name it the bullpen. Yeah, I got to come up with something. There was a giant whirlwind came down through here, dirt devil, dust devil, whatever you want to call it, but it was gigantic. It was as wide as the road. Me and the big boss were standing up there watching it. It was taller than these trees. And it sucked up 2 or 3 feed sacks from that pile that's way up there, and they were just going. I was really hoping it was going to get Rufus and just stack hay against the side of his head. See now, see look, Rhonda's down there. She left Ruth up here, or left Roro up here. It was cool. It was a big one too. What was weird about it was, I don't know if you guys have ever heard an earthquake if you're out in the woods, but if you're out here in the country and you hear an earthquake, you can hear it coming. It sounds like wind. It sounds like a pretty strong roar of wind. And that's what I thought it was. Like I could hear it coming. It was a day just like this, blue skies. And then it came up from down here and all the trees were just whipping. Came up here and then came all the way down this road. Went all the way around my pickup is hit those trees right there and it kind of just spun out. Have a great day. Yeah, it was hot and kind of cool like it is right now. The wind was just kind of Lincoln, Arkansas Co-op. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's called the Lincoln, Arkansas Co-op. That's where my son works. You have to pay shipping on all that stuff, and you can pay for anything over the phone. If you want to send a treat, I get the all stock sweet feed. They know what he gets there. But if you want to send actual like cookies and shit like that, just send them to the P.O. box. I'll put it on my profile eventually. Well, they think they found something. They love going underneath this tree limb right here. All of them do. It scratches their back. Roro's like, what the heck? It won't even reach my back. Let me get that feed sack out of there. Pretty good little spring right here. That's what feeds my pond. It's a really nice, cool spot right here in the middle of all these trees. This is probably one of the coolest spots in the summertime. It's kind of like down in a little low spot here. It's always been, even when this was all woods, it's always been a nice little cool spot. And like you see the water way up here on the side of the hill just pouring out of the ground. I wish I had a good spring that ran year round on this thing. It will be eventually. I just about got that brush pile right there. That's all that's left of it. It did cover from all the way back here, all the way to right over here. It was giant. It was so big, I couldn't even budge it with the dozer. I've burned it about 5 times now. I don't know if we're still under a burn ban or not. If we're not, we'll set something on fire. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've never seen him swim, per se, but he loves being in the pond. I think he's in it right now, actually. He's in the, as soon as it gets hot, he'll be in the pond. He's right there. He's not in it, but Rhonda is. Let's go down there and see what they're doing. We'll do a little grass check. I found just a couple mushrooms on this place ever. The morel mushrooms. Only maybe a dozen or so. And of course, clearing ruined those spots, so unfortunately. I'm hoping this will be big enough for a nice sized corral up here. I'm not planting anything up here because I'm not real sure where my corral is going to go yet. That's what Rufus does to panels when you try to catch them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to build this corral out of yet. He's looking at me like, treat bitch, you're done for the day. Take your shit, go home. I used to tell the big boss I wanted a shirt that said that, treat bitch, but then she was said no on that too. Everything good. Got a hard no on that one. Oh, there's Roro. She's like, wait on me. Is anybody else up there? No, Ruth is down there. Rufus, can you give her a month and let everything go back into socket at least? Well, the problem with the mound is when I cleared that mountain, All my mud ran down into my pond. I did get a yes on Lazy Bastard, but only because you guys emailed her. Rufus is protecting Rhonda. Any approach is going to be met with not friendly. All the cows work together. They may all fight at the feed trough, but if you let a coyote come out, they'll all go nuts. Well, we're gonna get like 50 of them. Send me an email. Oh yeah, that thing is plumb full of fish. We put everything big out of the lake in that thing. It looks terrible right now. It had just gotten a dark blue too before all that rain. I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't have any way around it. I had to doze that mountain off so that I could do my lateral lines and all my shit. And of course, right after that, we get a big old flood. And it just, yeah, it'll settle. It just looks terrible right now. They got spring water right here, and they got another spring below the pond. They know the best water, like they drink the best. Whatever the easiest is, I think. Oh, there's their bale of hay over there. Rufus is gonna stay in that shade till he sees everybody getting too far. He's lined up with this tree. He's lined up with that shade. Lazy sucker. He's right at the end of it too, so if he has to step out of the shade to go. Well, I built a massive brush pile in the middle of the, that's my silt fence right there, giant brush pile. It held most of it, but you can't stop muddy water. But it's held tons of dirt. I always build a big brush pile anywhere in the downstream because for a couple of reasons. First off, I don't want my dirt to wash off. Is it what? I don't know what that means. Thank you. It's taken a while to get it to this point. From the pond, from right here, all the way this way was all woods. Until just the other day. I just cleared this all off. I leave a lot of brush like this shit. I leave a lot of logs, a lot of brush, a lot of tree limbs and shit. That'll all rot out, but it holds a lot of dirt. My dad always said, you know, leave a lot of that brush the first year. It'll rot out anyways. And it does help. I left that damn, that's a persimmon tree right there. Look at how pathetic that looks. I left that thing, drove around it with a dozer for a week, backed up, clipped it with the dozer blade, and just ripped the shit out of it. It's dead. It turns to dirt. Well, they're going to that bale of hay. I know, and that one actually produced fruit. Hey, I think that tree actually came back to life. I thought that thing was dead. Maybe just a limb or two. Everybody's like, you waste so much hay. Well, This was bare dirt and rocks. And there's very, very little topsoil on my place up here on this steep side. So all that makes some organic matter. Grow some grass. I went from woods, 6 inches of leaves, to some grass, to decent grass, to good grass. I'll show y'all. Let me see if I can pull them up on my phone. But I've got some photos. There's that bale of that hay. Man, they love that stuff. It's all Bermuda and crabgrass. I've got walnuts down there. I left one. It's the only walnuts on this place that hold. There's a big patch right down there. And then right there is a big patch of persimmons right in there that produce really well. What else do we have here? That giant red oak down here, it makes a ton of acorns. The deer stay around that thing. But I don't know if y'all can see this little patch of trees right here. Are kind of square from here to there. And then there's this big cedar tree right here. And you can see flowers, those daffodils right down in there. Let me move my finger. See that taller daffodils? So when I first cleared this place, I got in there at the dozer and I was clearing, I found a bunch of glass. So there was an old cabin right there. Pretty cool. I did not find any nails. Yeah, I don't know if you can see down there, but right there's my hog trap. See how they post that round pin? That's my hog trap. We thinned a bunch of them in that, dude. But anyways, there was a house right there. And I found a, what's up, man? When I was down here clearing right down here, I found a 18, I forget the year. The earliest it could have made was in 18 something, mid 1800s. It was a wagon wheel wrench. Roro. I found a wagon wheel wrench down there, and then I put in some, before I had all these cows in here, I put in food plots for deer. And Roro, you're stuck on the tripod. She's wedged underneath this thing. I'm trying to hold it down. But where that big tree is right there, you can see the real green grass kind of goes that way. Closer right there. But anyways, and where that little patch of trees is right there, there's a foundation there for something. I would say a little woodshed. Roro, stop. But I put in a food plot right there one year, going that way. Roro, shit the bed. Come on, man. What you doing, baby? You getting thicker. You get some meat on you. But anyways, I was tilling right there, disking, and then I tilled it, and right there, and I hit a old hand-forged hoe head. I thought it was kind of cool because that means that, and I hit a spot there with my tiller, turned up just black dirt, just solid black, fine soil, no rocks. And when I hit that spot, it means that was where their garden was for sure. For sure, when I was tilling across it, I could tell one corner to the other corner of the garden, and found a hoe head in the middle of it. I thought it was cool. Burn pile. Yeah, I got a brush pile over there to burn. I would say the hoe head, probably where that big elm tree right there is. That's where the woodshed was, I bet. And then right below this pond right here, right down there, I found a little indention in the ground, and it had some old blue glass in it. So that's right below this pond where there's a spring. Hey, holy shit, man. What the fuck are you doing? Ow. Hey, I'm about to kick your ass. I can't even, I'm trying to work here, dude. If you hit me in the nuts, we're all going down. I'm talking like, are y'all witnessing this? Like this kid. You're pissing me off now, Roro. We're gonna have to fight. Stay over there. Can y'all even see? Oh, she's just a good girl. She's not mean. Man, she's gonna be violent. Oh, okay, sneak around, knock the phone down. She's precious. I'm gonna try to dodge her. Hang on, let me take the phone out of this thing. Y'all still there? Shit, Bert. Let's get behind her. Hey! You're gonna get me attacked by your mom again. Where is your mom? Wham! There goes the phone stand. Sucker. Sucker. Hit that. Man, she's swinging. She's swinging for the fences. Oh, you're swinging. Oh my God. I ain't never had a calf. I've never had a calf do this. Not playing. My legs are gonna be black and blue. She actually hits really hard. I almost hope she doesn't have horns now. What you got underneath there? No, thank you. I'm good now. I'm about to bring a walking stick so I can hold it in front of me so you can smash into that instead of my knee. Look at her ears pinned back. Well, we got good service right here, I guess. I didn't feel anything. I put the tick remover on her, like a front line. I don't see any ticks on her anywhere. Hey, good to see you too. Really good service, good. It was dirt. Who knows? Well, let's see if she got a tick. I check everything. She has decided to attack me again. Let's see if you got a tick under there. She'll stand still. Maybe. Hey! Hey. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. I know I keep turning sideways. This is Rufus's child, if you didn't know. Oh, look, she's just a baby with big ears. Big-eared baby. The shirt's coming out this week. I think. I just felt everything, Roro. You had a hockey leg protector. Well, the problem is they grow so fast. In a week, she'll start almost doubling in size. That is the problem. Oh yeah, she's already, I clocked her at like 29 miles an hour or something like that on the Ranger. Be yet, but she's gonna be a wily one. I mean, with her mom being as big as she is, Rufus being as big as he is, she should be a thumper. She's eating some wheat. She is fast. Believe it or not, they've got it in them to be that fast even as adults. And I know that's hard to believe, but I've seen Rufus run just like that. And it's pretty damn terrifying, honestly. That's why you get so jumpy when you see what their potential is. I hope she doesn't get horns. I don't feel any, but she should have horns. Like, unless she just got that gene, she should have horns. Yeah, they're fast. They're actually as fast as a white-tailed deer. Look it up. 35 to 40 miles an hour top speed, which is the same as a deer. Hard to believe. I've witnessed Rufus, I'm talking moving. Now he's 11 feet long, so he takes 11 feet stride, so it may not look as fast, but he is moving. He can clear some territory. Yeah. He's long-legged too, so he's always been super fast. I feel like a taller animal typically can be faster, maybe not. Just gonna ram a phone stand. I felt underneath their legs. I feel nothing, but they just like to clean everything. They groom themselves like a cat. I try not to put anything on the babies, especially for the first few months. I've had cows. You don't want to put anything on them that breaks that smell, because you can turn a cow off to its own baby. If they don't smell their smell, you can, hey, you can, ow, oh, right in the shin bone. You shit bird. Oh, that one smarted. Oh my, shit. Oh man, I gotta get the big boss over here. Cows, not bulls. Is Rhonda pregnant again? We won't know. Do I go to the Pendleton Roundup? No, I don't even know where this shirt came from, actually. You too dainty? I'm not even sure what dainty means. What's dainty mean? I think if you use the word dainty in a sentence, you're more dainty than me. Oh yeah, they're definitely dainty. Dainty means fragile. You've been rolled across that field right there in the Ranger by Rufus. I have. What is it? Oh yeah, no, I found, not on my place, but I found, I'll have to show them on here, I found some buttons, some old uniform buttons. I'm a little bit further west, but where my actual house is, it's east of here. And we used to, yeah, we used to metal detect, and we would find all the old military slugs and all the old musket balls and all that stuff. We'd fill our pockets up. You could find them on top of the ground in certain washes all over. The battle was, the field had a big bank like this. So the Confederate soldiers were over here, the Union soldiers were on this side, and they were shooting this direction. So the whole bank is nothing but bullets lodged and cannonballs lodged in that bank. So once I figured out where they lined up at during the battle, we got out there, metal detected that bank, sure enough, full. And then about a year into that, they kicked us out from metal detecting and said no more. We said, well, we'll give you bullets or whatever we find. And then they found, last year they were putting in a street, and they found a couple of the hand-forged first rifled cannonballs, still loaded with black powder. And now they'd been soaked in water forever, but they, the fucking bomb squad came out, took it up north and blew the sumbitch up. It was perfect. I know the guy that had it in his pickup forever. It rode around on the console, and he was taking pictures of it. Then they came out, took it away from him, and took it up there, put it in a fucking box, and blew it up. It was so badass. I know. He should have kept his mouth shut. I don't even know what this is. That what this shirt? This shirt says Pendleton. I don't know. I'm not near Hazen, but I have driven through Hazen. Hazen is probably 4 hours from me. The Battle of Prairie Grove. There was a Battle of Prairie Grove. There was a Battle of Pea Ridge. You can look up Battlefield Prairie Grove, Battlefield State Park. They backed up. There was lots of soldiers backed into the mountains. We've been down in there. You can find old shit down in there where they hid their guns and their muskets and all their shit back in those caves. This was a rifle. This was one of the first rifled cannonballs. It was it looked like a big old slug about that long, kind of coned on this end, kind of long and skinny, and crude made, hand forged, full of black powder. It didn't look like anything I'd ever seen. It didn't blow up, whatever it was. Did we get tornadoes? Hell yeah, you're looking at Tornado Alley, boys. We're in it right here. This is it. There was a big one, went, well, straight that direction, and it went across this way, missed my place, and then last year there was a big one, not a real big one, went across this way. So we really hope nothing comes through here. Nothing you can do with them great big ones. Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. Now, they were fired from cannons, but they were a slug they made for these cannons to shoot a little straighter projectile. Basically, yeah, basically that's what it was. Need tornado shelters. Well, I've seen tornadoes in this area. Moore, Oklahoma is right straight through there. If you've ever heard Moore, Oklahoma, one of the biggest ones, two different ones, devastating, like one of the worst stories ever. Hit that school full of babies, but it was bad. Build a cow bunker. Can I kill him using a lead detector? Well, you see there's a big red and white critter that runs around in here. Yeah, we had one, an EF3, that was right here. It was about 10, no, close to 15 years ago. It was right here, like right in this direction here, less than a mile away, right through here. And it got a lot of neighbors. It was sad, man. It was bad. Some really old men that were in there. Old man in his dairy barn. But it was a, like there, we'll see tornado debris. You'll see it all over the place from time to time. But that one over there, man, that son of a bitch, I'm not kidding you. It was the craziest thing because everybody's cows, it ripped all the fences out when it went through. That's what everybody thinks the tornado is what gets you. It's not the wind, guys. It's this tree right here. Imagine that tree with a 5,000-pound ball of dirt, root ball, spinning. Okay, it's not the wind. It's all these trees are inside of this tornado spinning. See that big root ball from my bulldozer? That's what's in there spinning. It's not projectiles even. It's that fucking root ball. You get about 10 of them in there grinding on the ground. There's just I get way more than my pickup. So when that tornado crossed the road up there with all those trees and roots and balls and shit in it, barbed wire fences, it actually, like when you're driving along like that, like the road was about 3 or 4 inches. You went like thump, thump, down, and then it was almost like perfectly at the edge of it. And then the other edge of it was almost, I don't know, it was about 1,100 feet wide. So it was from here, it was from right here to that fence down there probably, across. So from here to there, and then on the other end you came back up. And what was so crazy about it was crazy. Like my fence over there that goes across there, it was like you took cutters and cut it there and went down there and cut it right there. It was the damnedest thing, like the posts weren't bent, nothing from there up. That was crazy. Tornado alley is where we're at. Yeah, fuck them tornadoes. I've never been afraid of tornadoes, but that was a bad one. Yeah, that was a bad one. Got a lot of cows. Got a lot of cows, got a lot of hay, got a lot of round bells sucked up in it. It was dropping round bells on everything. Well, from right now, where did Rufus go? It happened at about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. That's when it hit. Tornadoes, they pick up everything. The thing that, if you're out in a big old flat field, I guess maybe, where there's no debris, then the wind's, it's gonna pick you up. But out here, you're gonna get just leveled by trees and limbs and roots and rocks and fences, and house parts and shit. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I've seen them pick up tractors, shitloads of hay. It hit a farmer's big stockpile of hay and round bales, and they were everywhere. They were on top of houses, on top of barns, on top of everything. Roxanne is like, I was looking at her right now. She's looking, I would say she's still a few weeks. Hello. Actually, that sumbitch sat down right on top of, within about 100 feet of the dairy farm that old man was in. And then it sat down right between, like almost on the highway. And it was so early in the morning. It was, believe it or not, it was New Year's night. And man, it was a rough one. We built fence. Everybody was back there building fence because everybody's cattle, where it tore all the fences down, everybody's cows and horses and all their shit was, everybody's shit was all mixed up. It went, I don't know, probably 15 miles. Good day. Can you hear me? It was New Year's probably 15 years ago. That was one of the biggest ones we've had here in a while. We've had several small ones. Last year was the first year I had to get my family in the damn bunker for the first time ever. It was bearing down on us now, but it missed us by not much. It wasn't a real big one, but it was super violent. It was going up and down, up and down. Let's see if we have some service down here. They love, everybody's like, you need back scratchers, you need this and that. But when I bulldoze these trees down, it's like the ultimate back scratcher for cows. Like, they love it. After they eat, this is what they do. They go underneath these trees. Roro's down here. She got a little bitty twig in front of her. She's like, everybody's ramming stuff. Look at her, she's fighting that tree. You know, I was thinking about that email thing though. We should do that, and I think that might help Amanda. That should eliminate some people from sending like just those hateful emails that don't mean nothing, unless they're just trying to get like on the internets, you know. Me and I'd love to go to that field down there with you. There's no way we could make it. Have y'all seen commercials on this, by the way? I thought I turned them off. Nope, okay, good. We did a test run yesterday. Saw a commercial for Rufus. Look at Roxanne, she's down there. And also to the car wash brush, you mean a street sweeper brush. The car wash brushes are cloth and they're soft. The street sweeper is the bristle brush. That's one of my also. No ads. Well, I thought we had a good solid run for that whole time yesterday with ads on, but apparently she didn't turn them on until halfway through. So I wanted to see what it generated. I said, do you remember what time you turned it on? And she was like, nope, not really. I was just clicking around until I finally found it. I said, do you remember where I was at? I was looking for arrowheads in here. And she was like, nope. No commercials? Okay. We did a test run yesterday. Ruby's too. I found some arrowheads right in here. I see a piece of flint right here. This is where all the trees came from. That was up there that I didn't burn up there. Well, that's greener than a bullfrog nipple right there. Yeah. I don't know. It won't tell me. It won't tell me till it takes 2 days before it comes through to tell you what you did or what it generated. I don't know. I think it said it was like $10 per ad or something. But probably a bunch of snakes. It was cold last night. They'll be laying there, but they can't move yet. It's getting warmer though. This was all woods right here. I'm creeping down this hill. I'm trying to see how far we can get. See, now you're starting to get down here. We can get down here in the fields. But I know that little low spot right there. Look at Rufus over there. Over there in the brush pile, what you doing over there, Bubba? Huh? Ruby and Roxanne have always been best buds. They look alike, other than their color. Here he comes. I saw him look at me, maybe not. I just want Rhonda to hurry up and get pregnant so we can just move on, honestly. You know what I mean? So, like, she'll be done. I don't have to worry about her. Oh, shit. Here goes the baby. Oh. Hi, girl. Hi, girly pop. Oh. I don't really want to fight. Oh, you just want something to eat there? He's a big old boy. See if she goes past me. Now this one right here, hey, you're too big for that now. You're standing on my phone. You're too big to play, and you got horns. See, he's trying to get her. She won't hold still till she's ready. Don't bring him over here. He just ate all those little red oak trees that started up. She started some, a little bit. She's definitely getting a bag. But I have definitely got something on me here. Definitely seen change in her bag. She shouldn't have a baby for another at least. I was thinking a month. Look at that Ruth. They love those fresh, tender leaves, especially from elm trees. Part billy goat. Damn, that woodpecker sounds like he's taking a whole tree down. Did y'all hear that thing? Roxanne is chunky. I thought the big boss was coming. Yeah, premium you never see ads, but a lot of people aren't premium, but I think I turned them off. I think you have to set them every time. She's gonna lay down, I think. Did the big boss say something? I haven't made this. See, now you can look back that way. That's where we're normally at. Up there's the road. That's Redford's side. Right there's where we normally feed Redford. Roro smashed my kneecap and my shin bone really good. But other than that, signal getting slow. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, we're down to one bar. Ashley, no, I'm serious about emailing about the lazy bastard shirt. Yes. We need all the help we can get, or the big boss will shut me down, but I think I already got her convinced. I'm reading over the phone right now. Hey, that's what I should do. It's gonna be hard to do 2 phones and not get killed though. You know what I mean? That's the important part. Emailed yesterday. Oh yeah, she said we had 7 people email. I said that ain't bad. That's pretty average for 200 lazy bastards, 7 emailed. 7 started to and went, oh, hell, I ain't doing it. 170 said, hell yeah, we want a shirt. No, we're not emailing. What'd we expect? 7, I would say that's like 1,000% yes, we'll buy the shirt. Wouldn't you think? If 7 lazy bastards brought themselves to email, that's like, we better order 100. Because I would say, well, we could figure this 1 per 100 lazy bastards emailed. Wouldn't you think? I think that's what we should do. 1 per 100. So 700. We need 700 shirts. She's not going to do that. We could say 1 for 10. Oh, there are some. They sent us. I meant to tell you all this, but they sent us the Gang Is All Here shirt. It doesn't have Roro on it, but they sent us extra ones of those. And I think it's half price. Whoops. I think it's half price. So it doesn't have Roro on it though, but it's got everybody but her on it. But it's half price. Don't quote me on that being exactly half price, but I think it's half price. I have a pretty pastel. It says throat punch kind of day. Yeah. What's a remo? Email? Okay, so she ordered 2 cases of the mugs. And actually I got in trouble because I said, how many mugs you order? She said 2 cases. And I said, I must have misunderstood myself because I said how many, not how many cases. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, I cleared my throat and I said, how many did you order? I think the first time I must have said, how many cases did you order? I took that was me. Actually, it was a weird number. It was 30 something per case. So see, I would have thought 24 too, so we did 48. But nope, I knew it was a weird number. It was in the 30s. So it's like 70 something total is what she got. And I looked at her and I said, 70s? That's like such a weird number. Well, they all sold out like in no time. I don't know. I don't know. I know it was a case with 36 per case, and I was like 60, 70 something. So you ordered 70 something, and she was like, yeah, like I said. Right, that's what I'm saying. 70's a weird number. It's like 72 or some shit. Anyways. Lazy bastard crew. Yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say. I gotta put Rufus on the front though, like on the, what should we put on the, like where the pocket would be? Just Rufus the Bull or something? Rufus the Bull crew. We could put Rufus the Bull crew and then Lazy Bastard on the back or something. I don't know. 35 per case. Okay, yeah, I think that's right. Rufus crew. I'll figure out something. Those nerds up there draw up all kinds of funny stuff, so they could probably make us something neat. Yeah, they're already ordered. Now, I don't know how long it takes the mugs to get here, but definitely the shirts will be here. Yeah, I think you're right, 36, 2 cases. Anyways, I would have ordered like 150 personally. I would have said, okay, we got 1.7 million, then we got 500,000, then we've got a million on this platform. Let's get 72. No, that's not what I would have said. I better shut up right now, man. This is recorded. The computer tells us, here's the thing with the sizes though, guys, it's so fun. It's so fun because it'll tell us what sold out first, what sizes sold out first, of what shirt sold out first, and then we'll calculate that into the next order, and then it'll be the opposite sizes sell out first on the next order, and then it'll flip-flop again, and then we try to more of a feminine shirt versus a manly shirt, and it really did not matter. It is so hard to figure the size. Now we just do a pretty small number of the XXX, or not the XXX, but the 5X, the 4X, and the 3X, 2X, and large. And then the kids' sizes, they just like stayed forever. Like it took months to sell the kids' sizes. So we quit carrying those for a while. And now I think we carry them again. Those plain Rufus ones, all bit. Which ones? Like the black one that says Rufus the Bull, or 3X? Oh yeah, 3X is the popular. 3X, 2X, XL. I want a camel. 10 eggs, please. You just never know. Like, you seriously, like, we could get a shitload of people buy all the mediums first thing. And then we did have one of our biggest orders the other day. Somebody ordered 15 shirts at one time. Yeah, we did a 4X and a 5X. That's for them Arkansas corn-fed boys, that 5X. The girl's supposed to be bringing me a damn Sonic hamburger here in a second. People request the Rufus, the Cream Pie King. Amanda hates that one because it's just so crude, I said that's what he likes to eat. But that one sells pretty quick. It's the colors that are hard. The colors are hard. Like, you never know what colors to get. I don't know. We'll know in the next month, though. Ruby just laid down. They are so overfed. There's their bale of hay. They've not really even touched it much. I was looking at Redford's bale of hay is right up there. They've not touched it much. There's just too much for them to eat. coming out of winter. Everybody's sick of, I love tie-dyed. I know they have a new one coming out. There's that vintage camo that everybody's liking right now. Oh yeah, they're all gonna be sleeping here in a second. He does everything Rhonda does until she's done. You can see, I don't know if y'all can see or not, but you see that line right there across her back, right above her butt and her tail, that little dent. You see that big loop, looks like a horseshoe turned down. That is the same spot. That's going back together right now on her. But you're gonna see that same thing do the same thing on Roxanne. Right now Roxanne's butt's smooth across it. You're gonna see it, that whole pelvis back there, get that dent, and that's when everything softens so that baby can come out. Roro, you get Ruby. Let me get him, Ruby. Get that fly off your nose. Where'd he go? I'll smash him. She had a horsefly on her nose. Bless her heart. About to drive her nuts. Yeah, her whole butt right there will eventually, that whole area right there will be smooth. You won't see that. Roxanne will do the same thing, but it doesn't happen till, like, I'm talking like we're there, like hours or minutes sometimes. Ruby, are you okay? Can y'all hear her grunting? This grass in the springtime is full of nitrogen, like it's full of it. And it causes a lot of gas inside their stomachs when they're digesting. Puts a lot of pressure on everything. What is it? What we design? Yeah. See, like if I had a camera down here, we could follow them around. I feel like people would just let me shut up and watch. You know what I mean? I didn't even think about this till the other day, but I've always been in front of the camera with everything happening behind me. Which way do y'all prefer it? I prefer like this, and I look better back here. Like I know in this situation, this is obviously better, but it's nice for me because I've been doing lives on TikTok for so long. You have to keep your face in the screen or it'll kick you off. So this is nice. I could pick my nose back here and all kinds of shit. Scratch the cajotes. You guys don't even know what I'm doing back here, actually. Come to think of it. Could be anything going on. I don't know, them women take so long to get my lunch out here. Yeah, Patty, I could be doing anything back here. Is that weird? I'm putting on some lip balm right now, so my lips stay nice and moist. It's not lip balm, it's Carmex. I don't think I've ever said lip balm in my life. Who was that dainty person on here earlier? They probably knew what I was saying. Hop on Rufus. And another 20 if you jump on Rufus. I really appreciate you. But you see, can y'all see? If y'all look, let me see my finger. If y'all look right there, right below his horn is the corner of his eye. And he has his head turned that way to watch me. And that ear stand pointed at me is focusing because some bitch is just crazy. He thinks I'm gonna just jump on him. See them ears back? Listening to me. You better watch out, Rufus. Look at him. See him? He fucker can hear. See that eye come around? You see that? Can y'all see that? Whoops. I try and catch it. I can. I'm standing up a little higher than this camera is. 340 degrees is what a bull can see. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. That means you could see the crack of your own butt if you turned your head slightly. If your head was turned slightly, you could see your own butt crack. He's looking straight forward now. If I make a little bit of noise, he'll turn his head. Mm-hmm. He never isn't listening. He's listening with both ears. He usually just only gives me one ear since I'm directly behind him. He's giving me both. He's not paranoid. Paranoid. Bulls are just... That's what they do. He's doing what they do. He's doing exactly what they do. They stay alert nonstop. Ruby Sue, are you okay? Can y'all hear her? I mean, she is like, her belly is so full. That's what I was trying to tell you all about that nitrogen. She is so full. She's just hopping and popping. Roxanne got over there in the shade. I'm not jumping on him, I can assure you that. I'm not even gonna run at him. Like, he's already ready for me. He's been laying there for a few minutes. If you can think about it like this. Some things you think about with big animals. So if you think about it like this, he's been laying there for a little while. The longer he lays there, the more circulation he cuts off, like to that leg, that front shoulder. It's kind of like you laying somewhere on something. So the longer he lays there, the more stoked he gets, which is the higher my success rate would be if I did jump on him. But also, you know, somebody probably right now sitting on the crapper. Who's sitting on the crapper right now? You know how your right leg's going numb? Same thing with him. So when he first gets up, he'll limp a little bit. He'll be stoved up. Yeah, I knew somebody was. Big Bear, yep, I knew it, I knew it. I was waiting for their hand up. So imagine being in there on a video for like 20 minutes on the crapper because you forgot about being on the crapper, then trying to jump up to go do something. That's the same thing with him. So he'll get up here in a second. He won't lay there. He'll want to get his blood pumping again here in a second. He won't lay there for too long. Hey. Oh, the phone stand's holding on to the. I missed a comment here. So they all looking for is like. Actually, cows can't really pass gas. That's one thing about them. I mean, they can very small amounts, but their stomachs are like balloons, like big balloons. It's really bad. It's really bad for a cow to have gas. It actually, if you listen to her right now, I don't know if y'all can hear her, but she's got a belly full of grass. She's eating something, and you can hear her back here panting. Plus, she's pregnant. What happens? Their stomachs. They got 4 chambers, one stomach, but they bloat, and basically it's like a balloon getting aired up inside of them until it puts so much pressure on their organs that their lungs can't work, and it'll kill them. There's certain grasses. I don't have enough on my place of any of the sort, but there's certain grasses that will produce nitrogen that will release into their stomach, cause them to bloat. That's bad. That's really bad. They'll actually lay there, if they get bloated bad, they'll lay there on their side, all 4 legs sticking up like they're swelled up. Not necessarily alfalfa. It just depends. Green Johnson grass, what we have around here. Right after a big rain, if you fertilize, you get Johnson grass shot up there. It holds lots of nitrogen in the stem, and it's sweet. It's got a sweet flavor to it, and they love it. Right after a big rain, if you turn them in on a bunch of Johnson grass, doesn't even have to be a big rain, just be some real good, and it'll bloat them all. You go out there, and there's a tool about the size of my finger, and it is plastic, and you shove it through right in there. Goes all the way through into that stomach, and it stays in them until you release that gas out of that stomach, if you catch them in time. It's terrible. But if you don't hold he'll stop everything in them. They have one stomach with 4 chambers, that is correct. The first chamber is gigantic. It goes from one stomach to the next stomach to the next stomach. The first one's more like a vat, if you can think of it like a giant pot, like a half a 55-gallon barrel full of water, grass, whatever they've been eating, and it ferments, and the finer material goes on through, and if it's too big, they cough it back up and chew it up again. Oh, I'm sure bloating, if you don't catch it early, it'll wipe them out. But I've seen my dad do it with a fillet knife before, because if you don't have a tube, you only got a few minutes, and sometimes not even that. I've seen my dad take a great big fillet knife, and you cut a two-corner, or it's actually a 3-corner cut. You cut straight in, straight down, and then you turn your knife sideways and cut it in, so it makes a, can y'all see that? It makes a flap like that, so it'll open and close, so that gas can come back out. I'll see my dad, he carried one in the farm truck, great big long skinny knife, is only like about the width of your fingernail, and cows tear down the fence and get into a Johnson grass field or something. Yeah, most of the time, you have to call the vet, come out, clean that out a lot, and then because it's going to have everything coming out of it. They have to have a couple rounds of antibiotics after that. But you got to remember that it stays in there. It can take a day or two of releasing that gas before they're out of the woods. Then you got infection, you get a fight, then you got everything else. But you can stop it real quick. It's kind of like, think of it like a tracheotomy. If you need a trach because you got stung by a bee or something and your throat swelled shut or you ate something you're allergic to, that's about the same thing. But see, you can't get that rear stomach from their throat. It can't come back out. It's got them other stomachs between. Her husband's back. Don't make Big Boss worry about. She knows. Big Boss knows. Like we already. When this one to keep your stuff safe. I would never jump on his back. I'll be honest with you. I catch him in a good mood up against a corral. I try to get on him a little bit every once in a while. But he ain't got nothing to hang on to. You don't have nothing to hang on to on him. It ain't like a horse where you get a mane. There's nothing. You can't even pinch his hide. Like, you have nothing to hang on to. Like, and his back is really steep and sharp. Fletch 87 thing. Dogs bloat awful. Really? I've never seen a dog. My dog can fart for 15 minutes. Cows can't fart. I'm not saying they can't bloat, but I've never seen a dog bloat. My dog stink ass. Where is my hamburger at? No. I've never offered him out to do anything. He's gotten out before. I mean, I can bloat, but I can also fart, I guess. So. Ruby back here panting has just wore me out. Roxanne will go hide when she has her baby. Cow poop, it's always a patty. You don't want to see cows poop turds. You don't want to see their cow crap. If you get dry cow crap, it'll make them prolapse. They'll poop their gut out. You always pay attention. You would rather see it way runny than dry. Dry, bad. Prolapse, bad. They can actually have their part of their gut come out. My dad used to carry a big old sack of sugar. You can throw sugar on it and it'll shrink it back up. Yeah, you wanna make sure that you don't see them getting dehydrated or eating real super. That's usually from being like pinned up. People keep them pinned up in somewhere they have nothing green. Cows will eat so much green stuff. They need greens. That's why I plant wheat in the wintertime. It's not much, but it gives them just enough green to keep everything lubricated. Does that make sense? What do I do for a what? What do you do for a living? I actually took a couple months off right now, and I do building inspections for a company, and I travel all over the country, mainly the East Coast. And I go look at buildings to make sure that they're in good shape and they're in good working order, and they don't have anything hidden problems before investors buy them. It's mainly in housing and mainly in student housing, mainly around universities. Rhonda, they never stop chewing their cud. She is bringing food up from her stomach. And like I said a while ago, that first stomach is a giant vat. The bigger stuff floats to the top, the smaller stuff goes to the next chamber in the stomach. And then she will cough up that thick stuff, chew it back up. Their molars are way back at the back. They'll chew it up and swallow it again. That's all they do. We have about 50 here altogether, and Rufus's pen here is about 18 or 20, something like that, and Redford's is about, I don't really know, 13 or 14. It's kind of pie shaped. Then up at the house it's going to another 20. We've been doing mornings. I need to do more afternoons because they're way, way, way more active in the afternoons. In the afternoons, we're about to die usually. Yeah, their sweet feed has about 7 pounds of sugar, I think, 6.5, 7 pounds of sugar. So we gave them, we probably gave them, between all of them, they might have eaten a pound, 2 pounds. They might have eaten 2 pounds of treats. So they get 6 pounds in the bag. So the treats are a drop in the bucket compared to what they actually eat. Yeah, molasses. Um, it doesn't really bother me. But I mean, I would like to see Roxanne eventually have a bull calf. If she has a bull calf, I'm gonna fence off. If she has a bull calf, here's my plan. I have a giant ant on my screen right now. Get off there, you son of a bitch. There it went. If we have a bull calf, I'm gonna build a fence from right over here across this field this way. I'm gonna build another pond right down there, and I'm gonna make 2 pastures out of this 20 acres, 2 10-acre pastures. And if we don't have a bull calf, I've got one found I want to buy because we'll need one. And I want one for Rufus or Redford's. If Redford has heifers, we'll need one. And I'm gonna buy a bull, a full blood Brahman bull, just like Rhonda. And I'm gonna pick his name. And I'm thinking Leroy. We're gonna get out of this R deal. Ralph has been fixed. Ralph is related to everybody pretty much, so I fixed him way long time ago. Good afternoon. Oh, you grow up brown. Can you imagine me being out here yelling Leroy with all these R names? Ruby, are you good? Are you good? She, can y'all see her? Look at her belly, poor thing. Like she is just as, I mean, her battle, she's struggling. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna end this live on a good, nice, quiet note. Even though my deal said to not do that, do something funny before I end the live to get y'all to come back. But I think y'all will be back anyways. We could ask Tiffany some shit. We'll see you guys back here. Tiffany's something else, man. Tiffany was not about it yesterday. I thought it was funny. Tiffany's like, get us out of here. I thought she was going to call 911. That was weird. She goes, yeah, I can see Roxanne. She looks like she's resting nicely. And I was like, the fuck? Let me do it. Stanley Cup. I don't really do NASCAR, and I don't mean to insult anybody, but I never really did until dickhead started racing. And the only reason I started watching him was because he's a creator like I am, and he's living the American dream. Now listen, I'm a hardcore drag racer, and if he thought he could go out and race John Force drag racing, I would say get the fuck off the track. So I understand what everybody's saying, you know what I mean? But like, also at the same time, I'm like, oh, is it hockey? I thought you were talking about NASCAR. I don't watch hockey either. I don't get a lot of service out here, guys. I don't really. I've stopped watching the news. I've stopped watching anything because all it does is piss me off. Everything just pisses me off. Everything is so biased one way or the other, and everything's trying to turn everybody. And you know what? Since I've stopped watching the news, I have been happier. My wife has been happier. My house has been quieter. Fuck TV. That's what I say. I don't even watch. I don't even hardly watch movies anymore. I'm sick of it, man. It's fucking out of control. I just want this right here, sit on my front porch. Ain't nothing I can do about it. It's the news, man. I don't care. This will be the extent of my politics. I don't care what party you're for. The news is so corrupt. It always has been, but it is so lopsidedly corrupt. It is like a fucking plague. I hate the news. I tell Amanda, I'm like, I would punch every reporter is gonna burn in hell just for trying. Like, I watched a tiny bit of the plane that was shot down and the soldier that was missing. And all I could think about, nobody thought about this. Everybody's just thinking of who's at fault and how this and how that. Who in the fuck told somebody that he was missing? That come from inside. Like, if nobody had said there was a pilot missing, like that right there almost cost this man his life. He's out there fighting. He has no say in nothing. But like, who the fuck leaked that shit? I don't like that. We need to find that motherfucker. There you go. See him stoved up. He looked like this old boy trying to get off the toilet. Like, I don't care what's going on, but the motherfucker about cost somebody their life. And how does that come from such an internal, like, top secret area too? Like, we can't have that shit. They gonna, I hope. Yeah, but somebody told them. Somebody told them it's like like down deep. That's the part that pissed me off. That's the extent of my politics. Fucking news. I hate the news. All of them. I don't care what station it is. I hate them all equally. There's a hawk circling me. God, is Rufus this shit? I am not. My daughter is in the Army. I am not a veteran. No shit, where is my burger? We're not going into that. We're just talking about the news and why somebody leaked that almost got somebody killed. I keep a secret better than that shit. I keep looking up there to see if they're coming. Here, I got a text message. I said to come home. I guess I can bring it out there. Well, maybe if I gotta check the Army. She is a I'll mess it up, whatever it is. I'll say what she is. She is a fueler. E something, E3 or E something fueler. She's a gunner on a fueler. I think she thought it was going to be easier to do. It ended up being a lot harder. And she had to do a lot of more studying, a lot more. She had to spend a lot more time at basic because she had to go in and figure out how all different aircrafts and train cars and rail cars and every way to fuel different equipment and shit. So I think she thought it was going to be easier. It ended up. But she was one of the only females that got to run one of the guns. Yeah, I told her, I said, her name's Reagan. I said, Reagan, just a quick question, but what would you think would get bombed, like one of the first things, if there was a war? And she's like, oh yeah, probably the fuel convoy. And I'm like, okay, just making sure. And I said, well, if something like that ever happens, how far do you have to get away from the truck? And she's like, Dad, if you knew, I think she calls him her CO. I don't know any of the stuff, guys. She goes, if you knew, or my CO, he's about a 6'5", probably the most biggest, giantest black man you've ever met in your life. And she says, I would rather stay with that truck and burn alive than not be there if he was still alive. So that's what she said. She got, I'll be on the top of that truck when it's going. Because the gunner rides in the back, I guess. She goes, if you've seen this man, there's no running involved. She said, I'm going down with it. I would rather burn with a fuel truck That is Rufus. Yeah, I tried to get her to be in the artillery. My uncles were all artillery. The artillery deal is up here. Yep, she's a good girl. I don't know if she's gonna sign back up or what she's doing right now. She's wild. She's wild, wild, wild child. She is wild. So I didn't make her go in the Army, but I didn't give her a lot of options because she's enjoyed it. I just planted the seed. I said, I think this would be good for you. Rufus would like to make a baby. I have 2 daughters and I have 2 boys. She did. She's still wild. She's a good kid though. Well, she's not even a kid anymore. She's 24. Yeah, heck yeah. Thank y'all for your service. I don't know what she's gonna end up doing. She damn sure learned a lot. I told her, I said, tell me one of your funny stories in basic training. She goes, okay. She goes, I had to carry, I think it was 250 rounds for it's called the saw. I know the gun she's talking about. And she had to carry 250 rounds and this gun because she'd qualified, she got everything lined out, but she was a female, so she had to show them that she could carry this weapon. And now Reagan also has I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but she has Turner syndrome. It's where she's missing part of a chromosome. They don't really know how much, but she's missing a tiny bit that affects her height, her growth. So she wanted to go in the military before I even, and I said, I don't know, baby, that they'll take you because of that. So she had to like give herself shots she gave herself shots in the belly when she was like little. She didn't want nobody else to give her these shots. So she had to take growth hormones since she was little. And he's tough. And I know a lot of adults that can't give themselves a shot, and she would just stick it in her belly and go on. So anyways, through all that, but she's short-legged, but she's compacted. She's all muscle. So anyways, she's carrying this gun. I said, tell me your funniest story. She goes, well, the drill sergeant came in and he said, we're gonna make sure you're able to carry this in real combat situation this week, and we're doing whatever it's called. And what was it? It was like a 2-mile or 5-mile hike or something like that. And he said, today you're gonna carry 500 rounds of ammunition, 500 rounds, and you're gonna carry the gun, you're gonna carry this. And if you can do this, then that's what you'll have that, whatever. And she said, where am I gonna put the other 200 rounds of ammunition? And he grabbed her canteen. Well, they weren't letting them eat. And she said she hadn't slept in days. They hadn't eaten hardly at all. And it was like the last day. She said she was just exhausted. And she said he grabbed her canteen out of her jacket and threw it to the girl beside her and said, you're gonna carry her water and whatever else it was. And Reagan said when he jerked the canteen out, she'd shoved part of a dinner roll down beside her canteen, because they raked their trays off the table. She said, as my tray was going off the table, I grabbed my dinner roll and shoved part of it in my pocket, ate the other half, and then was standing at a whatever. And she said when he jerked that canteen out of her pocket, that roll, she said that fucking roll come flying up in the air right by him. She said, this man is giant standing here over top of me. And he goes, what in the hell was that in your pocket? And she goes, sir, I think it was a muffin. And she goes, she said, looked right at me, dead one. She goes, get the goddamn muffin out of your pocket and fill it full of ammunition. You know, I thought it was so funny. She goes, I was just mortified. She thought my life was over. I know. She said it was a roll, but she said, I think it was a muffin. I'm not sure. That cracks me up. She goes, I really wanted to eat the rest of it too. That's funny. So she got some good life experiences. Yep, that's my daughter. She's a good one. She's Turner syndrome. They don't really know how much of your chromosome you're missing, but they miss a little bit of it. In some cases, it's really bad. It makes them so that their different things go wrong. Like in certain cases, if you ever seen somebody with really big webbing around their neck, that's a really severe case. And then it can affect like they're having kids and stuff like that too. It makes them go through that process really fast. So but she's good. Everything's good. She just, at like 9 years old, 8 years old, she just stopped growing completely. She can gain in a year and a half. She never gained a 1/16 of an inch in height. But with the growth hormones, she's 5'4", 5'4.5", something like that. She's got decent height to her, but she's super compacted muscle. Like her arms are big, giant. Her legs are giant. She's just stocky. She's like, Dad, my fucking legs are so short and stocky. I barely qualify on the running, but she goes, I was scooching my ass down through there as fast as I could go. Thank you for making our lunch break relaxing. You bet. Have a great day, Brent. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am, I don't know for sure. Z. I'm 5'8", so I know that baby gave her shots in herself in her stomach for 7 years. You know, she was a little bitty thing. So she was extra small at that time. So she'd pull her shirt up. It was devastating for me. I was like, you want me to give it to you? She's like, nope, snatched it out of my hand. It was one of those like ones where you just twist it and then you press it and then it gives you the shot. It was rough. We couldn't figure out why she wasn't growing. They finally did a DNA test or whatever they do and seen that Turner syndrome. Never heard of it. Had never heard of it till then. And I told her she'd wanted to be in the Army. Of course, I tried to push her too, but I was like, I don't know they'll take you, baby. And they did. She had a hell of a time passing and running. I know, me too. She had a hell of a time passing the running course because her legs are short, but they're real muscular. I can tell you this, that girl has drug a lot of deer out of the woods. Like, she's a big deer hunter. I was so disappointed when I was like 19 years old thinking I was having a girl. I was like, what am I gonna do with a girl? Well, she was the original, like she is the tomboy of girls, you know what I mean? And like, she was right in my pocket. She was so little when she was little, it made me extra protective, if you can imagine. So when she was little bitty, She rode on my shoulders. So when I was hunting, we would go hunting, she would ride on my shoulders when I carried her with me. Something about it, like, you know what I mean? Like, dads were already protective of our kids, but especially little girls. My boys always just been like, come on, put some dirt on it. Oh no, she's good. But she rode on my shoulders for years when we go hunting. Her legs are short, I outwalk her, so I just throw her up on my shoulders. Now she's about 100 and, I'm not even gonna guess her weight, but I'd say she's probably over 150, solid muscle from head to toe. No, she was 7 years old. We didn't find out she had it till she was between 7, I don't remember exactly, 7 to 10 years old, and we're in there. That's right. You know what? She'll tell you what she weighs to the ounce. That's the kind of kid she is. She just say, I don't give a shit. She is not a girly girl, let me just tell you. I know when she got back, she was so proud of herself. She stripped any of my guns down to nothing. She'd strip them down. I'd be like, I hope you can put that son of a bitch back together. She said, I've never taken it apart that far, that fast. She's like, shit, I got you. And I was like, I'll kick your ass. But she's wild. She's always in trouble of some sort. She cost me money. That's your kid, though. That kid she won't make up an excuse for nothing. She'll tell you straight up what's going on, what happened. I was like, Reagan, you ran over mailboxes. What the fuck happened? I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? Well, we've been partying for a couple days. Okay, well that makes sense. I stopped. And I'm like, okay. But she had an open container. Oh yeah, it just got worse and worse. I'm just trying to figure out how much it's gonna cost me. You know what I mean? I was like, you were almost home. She goes, Dad, I ain't leaving the scene of an accident and getting that too. I was like, well, you're not wrong there. Okay, guys, we're back up here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's my truck. Not too shabby. Same truck I always had, I just got white this time. See you birds, y'all be good.